going to be going over the Khan Academy Unit 3, Lesson 10 about statistical studies. So, here, let's look at this question. A youth activist group surveyed a random sample of 500 teenagers between the ages of 16 and 17 in the U.S. to assess their opinions about lowering the voting age to 16. Okay, the survey showed that the majority of those sampled were in favor of lowering the voting age to 16 based on the results. The majority of which of the following populations in the U.S. are most likely in favor of lowering the voting age to 16. So the question tells us they surveyed a random sample of 500 teenagers between the ages of 16 and 17, and the survey showed that majority of those people were in favor of this. So what can we infer? This is a pretty simple, straightforward question. It is. Yep. We just take it from the reading, and there it is. Now let's look at this question. An ice cream company randomly selected 100 participants to test their new line of ice cream. For the study, each participant was given a pint of the new ice cream. The results shows that 98% of the participants reported enhanced moods after consuming the ice cream. So let's look at this. We randomly selected 100 people to test the new line of ice cream, and we gave every participant a pint of the new ice cream, and 98% of them liked it, and they felt better, reported enhanced moods after consuming the ice cream. So did we have a control group? No, because there is no we're only looking at this group of 100 participants and giving them a pint of the new ice cream. They're all going through the same thing, so there's no control group here. It's just a straightforward experiment. Do the results of the study show that consuming the new ice cream is associated with reports of enhanced moods in the study participants? Yeah, because 98% of them reported enhanced moods. Do the results of the study show that the new ice cream is more effective at enhancing the moods of people other than other ice cream brands? Well, the answer to this is obviously no, because we are only looking at this pint of new ice cream that they got. They didn't get any other ice cream. So we only tested one kind of ice cream, so we can't make inferences about any other kind of ice cream. Now let's look at this. A study was done on the lengths of frogs in a pond. A random sample of frogs were caught and tagged in order to ensure that none were measured more than once. The sample contained 50 American bullfrogs, 40% of which were shorter than 7 inches. Which of the following conclusions is best supported by the sample data? So we have 50 American bullfrogs, and 40% of them were shorter than 7 inches. This is a conclusion that we got from the data. All right. Approximately 40% of all American bullfrogs in the pond are shorter than 7 inches. Okay. Approximately 40% of all frogs in the pond are shorter than 7 inches. The average length of all frogs in the pond is approximately 7 inches. The majority of frogs in the pond are longer than 7 inches. So we can eliminate C and D off the bat, because that is just a complete fabrication. Like, that's something they made up in the air. We don't know anything about, we can't make any assumptions about any of the other frogs in the pond other than what we're told, which is that this sample contained 50 American bullfrogs, 40% of which 40% were shorter than 7 inches. So this is the only thing that we know, because we're talking about American bullfrogs here, and this one is talking about other frogs, like all frogs. And we don't see anything about all frogs over here. This is the only piece that we know. So this has got to be the answer. All right. Yep. A study was conducted to determine if a new treatment is successful in treating insomnia. 500 participants were selected at random from a large population of people with insomnia. So we have 500 participants, and they are all insomniac. Half of the participants were randomly assigned to receive the treatment, and the other half did not receive the treatment. So we can see that there's a control group right here. This is an example of a control group. The resulting data showed that the participants who received the treatment slept significantly better than those who did not. Based on the design and the results of the study, which of the following is an appropriate conclusion? So we see that the people who did receive the treatment slept significantly better than those who did not. So this half that got the treatment showed better sleep results than this half, the control group, that didn't. All right, so we can see that. Let's go through each of these one by one. The new treatment is likely to improve the sleep of anyone who undergoes it. Well, this makes sense because the half that received the treatment slept better, right? So this is a plausible one, and this looks at the next one. The new treatment is better than all other available treatments in improving the sleep of people with insomnia. Well, we don't know that for sure because this study is only talking about this specific treatment. And then C tells us the treatment is likely to improve the sleep of people with insomnia. This is another possible conclusion. Actually, now that I'm reading it, this is a better answer than A because the people who were selected are all people who had insomnia. So it's not anyone who undergoes it, but specifically people with insomnia. So this one makes sense to me, so I think we can eliminate D as well. All right. Thanks for watching.